Welcome to this series of introductory tutorials to the Talisman Suite 6. My name is Chris. I'm the developer, designer and graphic artist for this development. When you first go into Talisman Suite 6, you're greeted with this splash screen. The current version is 6.8.57. Anything previous to that you should really update. Imagenesis.co.uk is the website where you can pick up this software. This software is freeware. It should not cost you a penny. This is being given away as freeware because Visual Basic 6 is no longer being supported, and its main development was for XP. However, Windows 7 runs this quite well. This is licensed to any single user on a single PC. Corporate licenses are needed for telephone call center based companies. Hello and welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial is on how to use the editor. Now you can actually access the editor straight from the menu. You don't have to go in through the runes, the tarot, the biorhythms or the I Ching. You can access it straight here. Now when you first go into it, if you go into it, no client selected, this is what you'll get. Blank page, do as you please. You can delete it all. If you select a client and then go back in there, the information is there for you. So, and as you can see, John Wayne's loaded. It's Wednesday 29th of January, and we will just save that, and then we will go and load runes, and then we'll go and load John Wayne none 2238. There we go. So and when you're satisfied with that, Control W, there it goes, and we will just load BIOS and then go and load the addition or any other material. Just goes here, man. So you can actually edit quite well in this. You can do particular things with it. You can set the cursor at the start of something and you can center it, right justify, left justify. You can select a piece of text and make it bold, italic, underline it, and you can also do the same things in here, left, center and right it, bold, italic and underline it. So we'll just bold it and we will, and that's the limit of what this can do. It loads, you can change the font, paragraph, and on its own, without a reading actually attached to it, you're making up the reading as you go along. All pure ability. Now the other ways to access this are from the biorhythms. There it is, Control O takes you straight in, and from whatever date it starts on, it gives you 28-day layout of the biorhythms. You can type up your message here, you can save it, it will be saved for client 7, John Wayne, the date and the time, and it's that simple. And again from the I Ching, exactly the same fashion, and as you've seen from here, none means it was gone into the reader, the editor was actually gone into through the housekeeping, clients there, you click on the reader and then you output it, and none is actually checked for you. Now, the client number is the first part, so this is what we're looking for. John Wayne is number 7. It was an I Ching, it was a none reading for him. He's had so you can see that it's the outputs for these. Now this is where the output gets complicated. The output for these is actually dependent on just reading this interface here. Now the interface is very similar for the tarot, is that you have a header for the spread. The spread has 3 stones in the layout, and just to prove, we'll take the runic cross and we'll make a new reading. You can actually drag and drop a reading straight in from your stones, cast the stones for your client, and then just select them and drag them in. And if any of them are reversed, you just right click on it. So anyway, once the reading is actually finalised, then this statistics are generated for it, and that's the stone defence. So what we'll do is we'll go to the spread, has 6 stones in the layout, the runic cross. So you can actually remove all that, or actually just add to it. So as you can see, that stays there. When you move off it and you go back, it's still in the header. Now for each of the stones, and we'll just pick number 1 to start with just to prove this, for each of the stones you can actually put extra information into there if you wish to, or you can put a separate stone note in Michael Myers. Anyway, so as you can see, you can we'll just go from position 2, and we'll go to stone notes for position 2. So we'll just go back to stone 1, stone notes from Russia, and there, stone notes. So you can see you've got statistics, stone notes and header. Now for the output, this is your output options. You can choose to switch all of the information off. That includes the meaning you see there, the orientation, the name and the layout information. That includes the header. You can switch it all back on and choose to put the header as a footer, so that the rune statistics, the header stuff, will no longer be a header, it will be a footer. You could switch off the ordinary talisman header, that's the one that says the name, the client's number, the client's name, the client's date of birth, that sort of thing. The layout statistics, that was the first one we went into, which is 6 stones in the layout. So card positions, that's this information here. Position is you now. You can switch off the cards, the card images, the card meanings, that's this information there. The card notes, that was those separate single individual notes that we put up for these two cards. So, and you can put the card stats. The card statistics are the stone stats here. Whenever you click on it, that's the first thing you see, is stone statistics. It doesn't default to the notes, it defaults to the stats. So you can actually replace all the stats and use that as your note if you're not interested in these statistics. But they're a good tool to actually output them to your output so that you can actually review them from there. So we'll go back in here and we will just make sure it's all switched on, and we will control output, and there it is. The best I can tell you, Jenny, it's all getting better by the day, girl. So you can adjust this in any fashion you like. Now this is the reading statistics, reading layout statistics there. Now when you get down to here, you go From Russia with Love and What's a Hot Love, Hot Love Baby. That's a user note. And card number 2 has another one. Goes here and really looks good from here. So if you look at card 3, after rune stats, there isn't. If you don't actually put any notes out for it, it won't output a blank string. So that's how to use it in there. Now this is very, very similar in here. Again, we'll just generate a random reading, and you can see the same thing here, is that you have a header, which is the meaning for the Celtic Cross, 10 positions, 3 major, 7 minor, and it gives you the stats for the whole reading. You can, and we will. And you can again do the same thing for cards. You can, when you click on a card like this, you get the header for the card. This card is the Queen of Cups and is in position 5. It is the minor arcana, the card is upright and is odd numbered. Now if you go to notes, you can see so, and if you switch off that one and go to notes there, I don't want to go down as far as 10, we'll just do 2 again, and we'll go to notes, and we'll go and when you click off it, you click back and you go to notes, you'll see they're there. Oh, it's Hi Queenie. Right. Hi Queenie, whose is it? So that's number 5 and number 2. Number 1, I must have clicked off it. So what you have here is you have the same output options. You can do the statistics, which is what shows when you click on a card. The statistics comes up, it tells you the details of the card you're on, which is a tool for actually while you're reading. So let's say once you're done and you're actually pleased with what you've got, you just control output and test the Waterman, and position 1 had no card, it had no user notes. So after card starts, nothing, and after card starts, you got card notes. Must be Australian, man. It all looks upside down to me, mate. So we'll go for 5, 4, 5. There we go, card notes. Hi Queenie, who's set to these brave knights? So, as you can see, it's quite easy to use, it's quite intuitive. You can save and load again and re-edit until you're happy. You can do that if you like, but without a word process, a word spell checker in this, you're probably better off outputting in document fashion for Word. These two are favoured by Word, so and loads them quite easily, and they will look almost identical, only minor cosmetic changes. And you will be able to spell check it as you go. So, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it's been an insight on some of the parts, some of the strengths of Talisman Suite 6. And I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial.